What's up, guys? Invader1, and I am back. This time, pretty much back to back with, again, the Human Infiltrator, except this time we have what I like to call the Claymore facial build. Alright, because you pretty much can destroy every single enemy with a Claymore with this guy. Now, the previous build, I had talked about using the Human Infiltrator as a sniper, and that's a great build. It works. Now, this is more of a shotgun build. This is up close and personal. There's a slight few differences. One of the differences that you actually get sticky grenades in this build, which I rarely ever use, although they are one of the most powerful grenades in the game, and I will talk about that. Now, the thing about this build, guys, that this is an oldie but a goodie. This is definitely a build that I used to see when I first started playing Gold. I first started playing even Silver back in the day, and I just don't see a lot of it often anymore. But it was just so powerful. And there's one slight difference that I will mention here before we go into anything, and it's this guy's fitness. Okay. I maxed out his fitness with all bottoms, meaning all health and shields, all at the bottom. But that's because I'm platinum, and even then, I probably should have gone the other rank. But I just want to explain this a little bit. This is actually quite important for you guys who are playing gold, who will play this build on gold, or who will play this build on silver and bronze. For the fitness on ranks 4 and 5, you want to go for health and shields, durability, and shield recharge. That's fine. Rank 4 and 5 are totally fine. But for rank 6, instead of fitness expert, even though it gives you, more health and shield bonuses by 25%, you're going to want to go for melee synergy, and you're going to be, you guys are going to be like, but what are you talking about? Because the way you will play this same build, there's nothing different except this one thing in the build. The way you will play the same build on gold will be a little different. The play style will be a little different, meaning you can actually get closer to the enemies. On here in platinum, it's it's a little difficult because obviously I don't want to be too close to a prime because I don't want him to kind of shock the crap out of me, and I don't want to be right in the face of a phantom or multiple enemies. Now, let me explain this a little bit. You're gonna want to go rank 6. You're gonna want to go to melee synergy because the way you can play this guy, with his melee synergy, you will have an additional weapon damage bonus. And this is what's interesting. This is when I used to watch other people play this character this way. In the beginning, I was just amazed how people were just running right out to enemies, and they would melee, think tactical cloak, cryo, shoot, and it was just crazy. It was just a crazy combination. But his rank 6 melee synergy is very unique in that increases the melee damage bonus by 30%. But it also increases the weapon damage bonus by 25% for 20 seconds. Okay, 20 seconds after an enemy is killed by heavy melee. So let's say you're playing gold, you're playing against the Reapers, and you see a husk. You see a husk, 2 husks, a cannibal, etc. Go after the husk, do a heavy melee on him, kill him, and then for those 20 seconds, you tack cloak, cryo blast, shoot everything, and you get an additional 25% weapon damage bonus. So that is one of the ways that you can play this build. You could get a little bit more closer on gold and go right ahead to a husk or a smaller tier enemy. For example, if you're playing against Cerberus, you find a trooper. If you get the opportunity, then you go right ahead, do a heavy melee, kill him with the heavy melee, obviously, and for those 20 seconds after that, you get an additional 25% weapon damage bonus. Now, that's the only difference that I would say. I did not pick that this time here because I'm playing platinum, and again, I show you guys platinum gameplay so you guys can see how these characters can manage multiple enemies. And I like playing the hardest difficulties, anyways, guys. And I will be showing more gold gameplay. Don't get me wrong, guys. I will be showing more gold gameplay, and we will go into that. Now, the other thing is, guys, I apologize about the video being a little long. Actually, what happened here is I think at the end of wave 8 I actually got insta-killed. I went to try to save a teammate, and the Phantom kind of like magnet sink kill me. Yeah, she just pretty much turned me around. I was trying to jump through her or to the side of her, and she just kind of went and pulled me in, and she just, I don't know, she gave me the love gut stab. So you know how Phantoms are, but it took a little long because of that. And then in wave 9, we did not have a positioning for rocket spawning. As you guys know, I'm not a big fan of rocket spawning on gold, except on waves 8 and 9. and 5, you know, the typical. But on platinum, it's even then on gold, you know, it's whether you miss or not is fine as long as you get a few kill streaks if you're trying to level up your, you know, your XP, your characters, etc. But on platinum, I definitely do prefer that people actually use their missiles, and they, you know, that you actually get, you know, a nuke spawn away, especially on wave 8, because it's just, it'll really make the game much shorter, make it at least 18 minutes, 17 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, 22 minutes, 24. You know, those are good platinum games, so they run pretty quickly, and that's why you want to do that. So now, anyways, let's go back into the build. This guy, I gotta be honest, I do like the Human Infiltrator. I do like him. It's a lot of fun. He's really chill. He's cool. And let's go into Tactical Cloak. There's just a slight difference between Tactical Cloak on the shotgun build versus the sniper build. Now, the difference here is that on rank 4, you're still gonna go for damage, an additional 40%, so you can have a total damage bonus of 80%. You are still going to go for the recharge speed on rank 5, nothing different. Now, if you don't care for sticky grenades, if you don't care for them, you don't, you know, you're really like, I really don't know how to use them that well, you know, because they don't bounce. They don't. they're a little. They take quite a bit of skill to use. So if you really don't care for them, then go right ahead and just do not rank into them and go to rank 6 bonus power instead of sniper damage. Go to bonus power, so that you can fire 1 power while cloaked and remain hidden, so you can fire Cryo Blast and you're still hidden. So do that. But if you actually do want sticky grenades, then just leave Tactical Cloak up to rank 5, the way I just said it right now, and then go into Cryo Blast. So for Cryo Blast in rank 4, you're going to want to go for radius, so you could debuff multiple enemies. Like, remember guys, like I said before, think of Cryo Blast not as a freezing agent, even though it does freeze enemies on shielded targets, but think of it as a debuffer. So you use radius on rank 4 and you cast it towards multiple enemies. You're debuffing them with rank 5. Rank 5 is Cryo Explosion. Rank 5, use that and it gives you an additional 10% weapon damage to anybody who gets targeted by Cryo Blast. In rank 6, Frozen Vulnerability, you get an additional 15%, and you also weaken the armor target. So, like I had actually said before, you're not gonna get 130% weapon damage bonus. What you're gonna get is actually the Cryo Blast gives you an additional, that's 15 plus 10, that's an additional 25% weapon damage bonus or damage bonus, regardless. The Cryo Blast debuff. So anybody, if you Cryo Blast a Banshee, your entire team is shooting at her, they get an additional 25% damage bonus. Anything that they're casting at her, whether it's powers or weapon damage. And your Tactical Cloak will give you 80%. Okay, so that's an additional 80% plus your 25%. Where is it over here? Yeah, so you get additional, you get the additional 80% with the Tactical Cloak and the 25% with the Cryo Blast. So in other words, you have a massive amount of damage. You have a massive amount of damage that you can do towards the enemies. Now the sticky grenade, guys, if you're gonna spec into it, you'll only have 3 points because the rest of the build, I make sure you want to make sure that you have Alliance training maxed out. If you're okay with having no fitness, or you're that kind of player, then go right ahead and max out sticky grenades and max out Alliance training, and then what'll happen is that you'll actually have maybe 2 points for fitness, or at least maybe 2 points, just to be able to put points of fitness, since we don't spec the Tactical Cloak all the way up to rank 6. So that'll be fine. But the sticky grenade, in all honesty, even though it's one of the best grenades, it is guys, and let's go into it. I really only put 3 ranks on it, because I don't use it often, even though it's great to just finish off a brute, or even start, you just shoot it on a brute right away, and then just use your Tactical Cloak and Cryo Blast and shoot. I mean, by the time that sticky grenade blows up, the brute is pretty much dead. So if you are going to spec fully into sticky grenade, which I am not spec'd out fully, this is the way I would spec it. Okay, for rank 4, instead of damage, you're going to actually want to go for radius. It increases the radius by 30%, which gives it a 2.6 meter radius, instead of instead of a 2-meter radius, which is really good. Also on rank 5, what I would go is for armor piercing, increase damage to armored units by 50%. This is how you can actually just, again, just pop it on a brute, pop it on a prime, and it'll just do an additional 50% damage. And then on rank 6, some people like proximity trap. I could care less for it because I don't cast these grenades like in a corner or something. I just, this game, when it comes to these kind of things, it's a little glitchy, and I just don't trust that if I pop a grenade on the ground and I leave it there, that any of the enemies will walk by and actually it would actually detonate. I just seen crazy things with these kind of powers. So what I would go for is an additional damage on rank 6. And rank 6 gives you increased damage by 40%. So that will give you a total damage of 1870, which is really, really good. I mean, it's really, really good. So you get a lot of damage with the sticky grenade. So it does a lot of damage, guys. But I'm not using it a lot. If you do want to spec into it, that's the way I would spec into it. Now, for alliance training, the way you really want to go for this, guys, because again, I go for power builds. I go for really, just boom, 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 just take out enemies as quickly as possible. Just extremely powerful shots, extremely powerful powers, just everything as quickly as possible when it comes to characters like this. So for rank 4, you're going to want to go for weapon damage. It gives you an additional 7.5% on your weapon damage, okay? And then on rank 5, go for headshots, so you get an additional 20%. And on rank 6, I will go for weapon damage again, another 10%. So your weapon damage bonus total is 27.5%. Okay, then so think about it again. Just like the infiltrator sniper, this is the Claymore sniper. The Claymore is so freaking ridiculously powerful if you learn how to use it. Yes, it's one shot. Yes, it's pretty well balanced gun because it's one shot, and unless even with the reload canceling, it'll, if you really don't know how to really play with this gun, it'll mess you up. But I prefer the Claymore because it's just really powerful, and I'm really good with it right now. But if you could use another shotgun like the Wraith, the Raider. I mean, I actually had a video doing a review of the Raider with the Human Soldier, and it was amazing, just amazing. So you could take this build, put the Raider on it, put the Wraith on it, put the Crusader on this guy, and just it's pretty much shotgun build. You could even put the Geth Plasma Shotgun and do really great with this guy. Again, I prefer the Claymore because I just want to take out enemies almost immediately, and the Claymore allows me to do that because it has so much weapon damage that when I use my tactical cloak bonus of 80%, my 30%, I'm sorry, my 25% Cryo Blast debuff, and my additional 27.5% weapon damage on my alliance training, I put all those things together and it's just an insane amount of damage. So this is playing smart, guys. It's playing this game a little smart, just looking at the numbers, putting it together, and doing that kind of thing. Alright, now, the sticky grenade. Going back to the sticky grenade. If you want to go into the sticky grenade, max it out, then great. You can still do it. If you still need a little bit more fitness, then what I would recommend is max out the sticky grenade, tactical cloak, just leave it up to rank 5 as normal. Cryo Blast, do it the same way I mentioned. Maxed out sticky grenade the way I said it. Alliance training, leave that 1 point rank 6. You're gonna lose 10% weapon damage, but then you'll be able to put everything else on fitness. So like at least like that, you get fitness. You can play on gold and feel comfortable. If you feel comfortable enough that you can only play with just 2 or 3 points on fitness, then leave alliance training maxed out and just put the 3 points on fitness that you can. If not, then just leave out the last point on alliance training on rank 6. Just leave it out. You'll lose 10% weapon damage bonus, but then you'll be able to get fitness at least up to rank 4 and have enough health and shields to survive a little bit more on gold and on silver and on bronze. Okay, so I just had to mention that, guys, because some of you guys are like, well, this is great, man, but I want to use my sticky grenades. I want to put I want to throw some grenades everywhere, all over the place. I'm a grenade caster guy. That's how I roll. If that's how you roll, then this is kind of like the way you want to do it. All right. So yeah, I know I switched things around on you guys a little bit towards the end. It's only because some of you guys may actually want the grenades, and the grenades are pretty good. The sticky grenades are really good. It's just that they are very skilled like grenades. You have to. The way I like to work them is I like to cast them right on the enemy. I like to put it right on them. I do not like to put it in a corner. I do not like to put it on the floor, like on the ground or anything like that. And if I do cast it on the ground, it's like right in front of the enemy. You know, it's like literally right at their foot. So that's the only way to do it, because this is a sticky grenade. So if it will stick to something. It's not like it's gonna bounce like the regular human soldiers grenades. It's not like the arc grenades. It's not like the homing grenades. It's one of those grenades that you have to be accurate with it. Okay. So, anyways, going into that, guys, with the human infiltrator, he's not as tanky, but he is offensively powerful. All right, he's offensively powerful, and you can actually do quite an amazing amount of damage when it comes to the shotgun build. Now, I am gonna be working, guys. Talking about that, I've been practicing on my Claymore skills quite a bit. I've been, quick scoping with the Claymore, doing that as much as I can. I've been playing pug lobbies with, pretty much the Claymore and different characters, mostly infiltrators, just because, again, like I said in my previous video, this is kind of like my season for infiltrators for whatever reason, because I've given, the adepts their time, and even then I'm gonna go back to the adepts because I don't have any Fury videos. I have not. You guys have requested it. I do not have it. I am gonna do it. I'm gonna do a Fury video on Platinum, and just get her in there, and a few more adept videos, and just kind of provide some alternate builds for each. But I have actually, and I kind of stood away from infiltrators for a while. I really did. I stood away from infiltrators only because at times I found them a little boring at times. Except just recently when I started, just going back to the Claymore, going back to the Black Widow. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun. So because of that, the infiltrators have actually just become, kind of like my thing now. I'm actually playing infiltrators a little bit more and having fun with them and just doing a lot of damage and doing some amazing things. So now what I am working on is a buddy of mine. He's been looking for somebody because he's really good with the Claymore. I pretty much know about two people who are, I guess, two gamers that are ridiculously amazing with the Claymore, and both of them, I play with them quite a bit, and I've gotten my skills up to par to their level. So what we're gonna do, we're actually thinking, a buddy of mine, we're thinking of doing kind of like a platinum duo, a full Claymore, platinum duo kind of situation, and we'll see if we can do it. We'll see when we can do it. I want to do a little bit hardcore. I don't just want to go for like, platinum reapers, even though platinum reapers is, between two people, it's not easy. But I'm saying between him and I think that we could do like collector's platinum kind of situation, and get that done. I do not want to play against the Geth. Do want to play against the Geth, guys. The Geth on platinum, especially if you're doing a solo or a duo,
I need to know where I should
they're not easy. Oh, and this is where I got stabbed. Oh, look at that. Oh, damn it.
Oh man.
Damn it. So it happens, guys. It happens once in a while here and there, And it's funny.
Well,
it's funny about this. I'll go back to the duo. One of the guys in the lobby, he goes, "Oh well, I guess this video is not going up on YouTube, then." And I found that funny because there are times if I do get insta kill right away or anything like that, sometimes I'll just we'll redo it, only because if it's like at the beginning of the wave or something happens, that I'll work it. It doesn't happen often, guys. It really doesn't happen often, but when it does happen, if it's in the beginning of the wave, it's kind of lame, and I just don't want you guys to be just watching a video where you don't really get to see the character doing his thing, just managing everything. But in this situation, this is the end of the wave. There was only a Banshee and an Atlas left. Kind of make the and a few engineers, but kind of make the game a little longer. But at the same time, just wanted you guys to see, what happens with teamwork. We're all communicating. You all know what's going on, and this wave ended pretty quickly. So yeah, this video is making it to YouTube. So yes, you guys have seen me get insta killed on previous videos, and I'll put it in because I want you guys to see what happens on these platinum runs, and pretty much all the videos all the footage that I show you guys are platinum mostly, and I do that again. Just I do like more hardcore gameplay. I do like I do like more of a challenge, but don't get me wrong, I am going to be doing more gold because I noticed, I really noticed when I did the Pugging Collectors video, there were so many more hits than subscribers that I had. And I found out quite surprising. I found that quite surprising. I realized that, you know, even though you guys know that I show you guys platinum gameplay just so you guys can see how, you know, number one, how you can actually manage platinum. Number two, how I manage the maps and how I play, you know, in on platinum, to show you guys that you can do it. That you know, you have the capability if you take your time and you work your characters, you take cover, you know, you use your powers effectively, you do spawn control, you know, you do a lot of spawn control. So you know, pretty much I want to show you guys that hey, you can do this too. But at the same time, how you can manage multiple enemies and at the same time, you know, just it's a lot of fun for me. But I realized that I do know that you guys play a lot of gold, and most people just play gold. Most people play gold or silver, okay? And then bronze is just when you're really starting, but most people play gold and silver. So I will be doing more gold videos. I will finish all my build videos on platinum though, only because I want to make sure that. I don't know. I like to test my builds on the hardest difficulties, so I will be doing a lot of the videos that I'm doing on platinum for the build videos, but I will be doing alternate builds and gold builds and gold gameplay coming very soon, and I will be showing some stuff like that. Like for example, the melee GI. You know, I've done the Javelin GI, but I have not shown you guys the melee GI. You could pretty much go around with the melee GI, doing his heavy melee, killing everything. You don't even have to shoot anything. You could just go to a Phantom, do your heavy melee, you know, just kill her. You could go to the Atlas, heavy melee, kill the Atlas. And I want you guys to see that. I want you guys to see that kind of gameplay. And I know a lot of you guys know about that kind of build. You know, for you guys who have been playing for a while, it's like, well, I know that build, I know how that works, but a lot of people don't. There's a lot of new players, a lot of things going on in this game, and you know, most people don't even know. They're like, well, what is a melee build for the GI? What are you talking about? But hey, you do a melee build for the GI, like for example right here, I would have just done a heavy melee with the GI and all those, this little husk, you know, that stupid little Geth Hunter, I would just do heavy melee and they all would have been just dead, because this heavy melee is ridiculously powerful. So I will be showing all those kind of builds and just having fun with it. But I did, you know, I did realize in my Pugging Collectors video that, I mean, it was just amazing the amount of hits that I got. That people are very interested in watching me, you know, pug the lobbies, and I've been pugging it a lot. But you know, and I've been doing it. And I've been pugging it, and people have been recognizing me, and I'm going in there, and you know, I'm playing hard. Obviously, I always play hard when I pug it, but you know, it's one of those situations where I will be doing a lot more of that, and showing myself kind of, you know, playing pugs, and you know, showing you guys my experience with it. I think I will try to vary the enemies, since I did play against collectors, and you know, I did bring a good somewhat try-hard class. I've never told anybody what my try-hard classes is, and I do that on purpose. Like, I'll tell you what's my favorite characters and stuff like that, but a try-hard character or try-hard class, I never reveal those things. You know, it's like I'll say, yeah, this is semi or semi try-hard or whatever, because I guess I have quite a few characters that are somewhat try-hard characters, that they're close to it. So I have quite a few. It's not just one. I have quite a few different characters that I can still do the whole try-hard mode and put my try-hard pants on and just you know, trying to kill the scoreboard and just destroy everything. So, but for the collectors, that was a semi try-hard class on that video. The Pugging Collectors, where, you know, I used the Human Infiltrator with the Claymore, and you know, I'm using my Claymore rail amps, and the shotgun rail amps, and the gear bonuses and all that good stuff. So you know, that was a semi try-hard mode kind of video, and I will work on that. Make sure that I give you guys some pugging gameplay and some gold gameplay and even some silver gameplay. You know, I'll be working on that, because I do have the noob guides, some more videos coming up with the noob guides, and I want to kind of talk about that and also talk about the mods. So that's that. So I will be doing that, and I will, you know, kind of talk about, you know, pretty much what happens in pug lobbies, and how to handle, you know, different things when you're in a pug lobby. Now, the mindset playing a pug lobby is different. It is quite different for me, because I feel like I don't know anybody, and and I can't really fully depend on everybody because nobody's communicating half the time. The one thing that the only time that you really get a team to work kind of together is when you are doing objectives. You know, most of the time, unless you have somebody who's, I don't know, just kind of going away from the objective just to go right ahead and get more kills or rack up the scoreboard or whatever. So that's one of the tactics, guys. And I gotta be honest with you guys. I know all the tricks for all that, guys. If I ever want to do super try hard mode and just go for score, I know how to do all the tricks and pretty much go for it. I've seen it all. I've done it all. So maybe I'll do a fun video called Elitist Snob video where I show you guys all the little tricks of how to outscore anybody pretty much. And it's not always about missile nuking, by the way, guys. It really isn't. It's also picking out your targets appropriately. So it's not always spawning nukes and getting the kill streaks and all, although that's one part of it. But it's also about picking your targets correctly and being a little bit of a cheeseball at the same time. So I guess maybe I'll talk about that. But yeah, guys. Also, by the way, guys, I've gotten some really interesting messages. You guys know I did the meet in Beta 1 video before, where you guys get to see my face and whatever. And at the same time, you guys have seen me. I don't know. I do some other videos or whatever. So I've got some really interesting messages of people telling me that. I don't know, I get some really weird messages. I got a message once that somebody wants to have my child. I thought that was interesting. I don't know how that works. I really don't know how people who don't know me just offering up things like that. But I don't know. It's just quite interesting, really quite interesting. So when you send me messages, have fun with it. That's okay. Have all the fun you want. It doesn't bother me. It's just I got to be honest with you. I guess the fact that my channel's growing more, and it's really cool. I enjoy it, guys. I don't get paid for this yet. Although, oh, by the way, you know what? I will talk about that. I don't get paid for this yet. But I was reached out. Okay, like a gaming network did reach out to me, guys. So I may actually be affiliated with a gaming network. So I will talk about that more once I do have everything finalized. I'm looking over a contract right now. So it doesn't really change anything. It doesn't affect you guys at all. I mean, I'm just pretty much doing what I'm doing, the same thing, nothing different. It's just that I may actually get something financial out of it. Not much, but whatever. It is what it is. But and at the same time, it'll probably give more exposure, and maybe I could just take this this hobby that I do, and even though I take it seriously for you guys, because I want to do things that are. I started doing these videos to really help out people and really help you guys out. That's pretty much just my personality, just because of my background. And but at the same time, hey, there's some benefit to it. We'll see. So if I'll talk about that on the next vid and see what happens, guys. But anyways, this is the Human Claymore or Shotgun Infiltrator. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And by the way, the build is at the end. I hope you guys like the change in the format. And in Beta 1 out, I will see you guys on the next vid. Take care.